Okay, I think I'm recording. Yes. Right. Basically, what I'm doing here is giving you a wee update on this hay rake, old time hay rake that I made. And I did put up a clip there of part one of it. And it showed me getting it from the green state of wood until that white state that you see it in now. So this clip is basically just a wee update on the progress of it, the old time rake, and it is my first time, pardon me, to make this old time rake. Uh, I have done a cutting of it and I made a mistake on the first cutting of it, but it's basically what you see and what I'm talking about will still be about the same first time rake that I am making. So as I said, I'm just going to give you an update on this. Hopefully this is recording. If I can see, yes, it is recording, so I'm going to bring myself into the clip now and try and explain a wee bit more of this. So any of us that didn't see clip one, you need to see clip one to see the progress. So this is clip two. So here we go. Let's give this a go here, and bear with me, I'm coming in right now. So here we go, and the clock's ticking and the time's getting on. So basically, as I said, I'll just show you it again and up close in case this runs out, because I've already done this clip a few times. This is basically what I'm at, the old time hay rake. Okay, it's made out of ordinary ash, just cut fresh. Okay, and it's not professionally made because I'm not a professional craftsman. Just a mad notion that came into my head and I wanted to make it. And when the notion was into my head, I have to go through it. So basically that's what it looks like at this stage, the old time hay rake, all cut and done by hand, no machines, no modern machinery, that is, no turners and things like that. Just, I'll show you how I done it, and that'll be it. Okay, so just bear with me now. Let me get back around here. Oops, I'm zipping on the cuttings. Right, so that's the rake. So how did I get the rake? As I say, you see it in clip one, how I got the rake to that stage. But just to give you a quick update on it, this would have been the stage you see me in clip one, taking it from that stage in the green wood to this stage as you see it now. Okay? First rake I made, yes, I have another head here. I made a mistake on this head when I was putting in the teeth that I made, and I'll show you how those are made later on. When I was putting that tooth in to the first head I made, I hit it, I was that anxious to get started, and I hit it, and I busted the end. So I had to cut a piece off. I was going to throw it away and say, no, I'll practice on it, okay? So I'll show you that head in a minute. So this was the one here. Still the same first rake, and that's the difference in the head there. You know, that's what it looked like there. And I had to cut it because I made a mistake on it. And also, before I went to this good shaft, I cut a short shaft to test to make the V. So this as I say, is all the same first rake. That's just an ordinary piece of stick I got to do the split before I used up this good straight, sort of half middle state shaft anyway, and it was longer, so I practiced for one cut on this one. Now I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Right, so the tools that I made this with, as I said, I'm not a professional craftsman, no way. Just a mad notion I took, going back in time. The tools I made this with, I hadn't got the proper old time tools to do it. So what I done was, this handsaw, okay, I'll come right here for a second, this handsaw, this is what I made that shaft with. And what I done here, I took the teeth off it, and I run it on the grinder and put an edge on it, okay? So that's the handsaw, a tool, everyday tool that I turned into my own tool in a roundabout way. So anyway, that was one of the things that I made that shaft with. The other thing that I use is, I should have had it somewhere, I've left it down, was a piece of ordinary glass, and now I can't see it. Where the heck did I leave it? I got to see it. Oh, I see it now. See it now. Okay. Now this tool anyone can make. It's a very special tool, and it's, you know, hard to make, hard to get. And if you believe that, you believe it. Believe it or not, this is the other tool I use. See that? An ordinary piece of broken glass. Okay, that's what that is. A piece of broken glass. A dangerous piece of tool if you use it wrong. Doesn't look like much, but it's very dangerous if you use it wrong. As you know, what glass does, get cut with the glass, it is a mighty cut. So don't be trying this at home, because I haven't got the proper tools, and I'm not advising you to use this. No way use this, okay? Or indeed, I'm not advising you to even do this that I'm doing. This is just me. So don't you attempt these tools. No way. Okay? That being said, the other tools I used was this mallet, which I made. Okay? Nice mallet for hitting on the head. I'll show you what I do with that. When I'm putting on the head on the rake, I'll just turn it around here. When I'm putting on the head on the rake, this here is for tapping on the head. Okay, so nice flat side on it there, so that taps it on. So if you're using a hammer, it damages the wood too much. So again, this was used in the old days. Homemade mallet, it can do wonders. Okay, so that's that. So that's me rake. Now the shaft's still a wee bit thick. I know it is, okay? Right, so that's basically the tools. So you've seen how I done it on clip 1. That tool was used, and this saw was used, and a piece of glass, which I'm advising you not to try this, okay? Unless you have the proper tools. I haven't got the proper tools, so I made them up as I go along. Now, this is the head. So the head was carved out as well, and I have another one sitting carved out, ready to try and make a better attempt at the next one. So that was carved out of the ordinary piece of wood, like that again. Okay? So that's that. So you might want to know how I make the teeth of the rake. No, I got a tool that I'll show you. I got a thing made up for turning the teeth. I mean, not turning the teeth, but I hit them into the thing and they come out round. So it's like putting the square peg into the round hole, and that's what you get. So basically, you start off with this here to get the teeth, and you cut this into strips, and you end up like that. Okay, so that gets you nearer to the tooth. So as I said, I'll show you how I made this tooth in another clip, but for now that's the tooth, and I'll show you how I make that in another clip, but that's another story. Right, so what you can do there is, rather than go through that to that, you can go and look for a piece that's round and near enough, and with the little thing that I got made for making this, it brings it, you know, it's that bit closer to this, so it saved me a wee bit of time. The other thing I used was the old brace. Now the brace, it's a chest brace you call it. Now I'm no woodworker, so as you know, I'm not into tools and that. So basically that was to drill the holes here in this. Now that's for steel, that bit is for steel work. So I've done this with the wrong bit, because this is the only size that I had to give me the size that I needed for the tooth. So again, I hadn't the right tool for this, but hopefully someone will give me the right tool or send me the right tool. I know what it is, it's the ordinary bits, the old time bits goes into this, but I haven't got them at the moment. And but hopefully someone will get them for me maybe. And if you know anyone with them old tools, yes, I'd be glad, you know, send them my way. I'll be glad of them, and thank you on that. Alright, so back to me rake. So basically, it's an old time, this is the way they used to make, well, they used to make the rakes better than the way I'm doing it, old time even then, okay? Now, as I said, I'm not repeating myself, I'm only trying to explain myself. This is the way I had, these are the tools I had to get what you see in my hand now. Not the proper tools, just things that are made up, to get it to this stage. And this is my first attempt to make this rake, and at least it might not be professional and it might not be what you expect, but at least I've got the notion in my head on my eyes in front of me here. And as I said, I'm no professional craftsman, so it's, to me, it's, I made it with really not the tools, if you know what I mean. I made it without the tools for making it. Now there is proper tools even in the old time for making this. Now one of the tools would be for rounding the shaft, now which I haven't got. There was some kind of a thing, I forget what you call it, and I think you put it on and it was around here and it had two handles on it, and it twisted its way as you twisted it. I hold this on in my head. If you twist that there, and it used to cut its way down the shaft. Some kind of a shaver it was. There's a name for it. The professional craftsman out there would see this, that know what I'm talking about. So basically, I haven't got that. I would like to get that machine. It's a hand thing, and see how we get on. Now, so how do you come to get that with something like this? Okay, right. This here was what it looked like. Now I know that's thick, but what I done was carved it down with this by taking, it goes like that there. Okay, hopefully you can, I'll do it. I'm trying to get you onto the camera to see it. So what that done there was see the way that takes that off that. Okay, see that? Now this is a dangerous game to be at with a thing like this, but anyway, that's the basic idea of that. And then a piece of glass, wherever it is now, oh yeah, see it? Also done something like this, okay? So the piece of glass also would take that off, see that? Okay? Yeah, okay, so the piece of glass, when you get to the starting state, this here becomes too aggressive and it tears the shaft, it takes lumps out of it. So that's why I use the piece of glass. So the piece of glass, as I said, it's a lot smoother, and you know, you keep grinding away there, and you keep taking the bits off, and you go around it, and you get it nice and round, like that. So basically that's how I got that with this piece of glass. Now as I say, there is a proper machine for doing it, but this is what I had to do it with. And probably, I don't know whether I'd do it any better if I had the right things or not, because I never done this game before. But that's basically what that's for. I'm not sure you see the chickens coming off there or not. Okay, just let me check on this camera. Just give me a second. I see me still. I don't want to think I could be talking to myself here. Bear with me. Yeah, I think we're still recording, and hopefully you've seen all that. So let's get back in here. So just to recap, what you see here is a first attempt. I am not a professional, no way. Just a mad notion that I have of making a whole time hair and if you see in clip 1 you'll see how I got to this stage. Now there's still a very hefty shaft there, as you can see, and I don't think you'll bracket two-handed, and it might be a bit heavy yet, but it'll dry as it goes along. But considering the tools I have, and I don't know what do you think of that, I don't know. I'm not going to be the one to praise myself, but at least I got the general idea out of my head in front of my eyes here with basic tools. And maybe I'll get the good tools and try for a better one with this next shaft or next rake that I'm making. Now the tricky bit here was the splitting of this. Now this is the only bit that I used the actual saw on to cut the split. Basically a saw like this is split it down there, cut it down, and that was the only sawing I done. Now if I had the modern bench saws and stuff, yes, you could square the thing out. You get your size and you put in your bench and you square it, and you save yourself a hell of a lot of work. But basically everything here has been done by hand, the hard way. Okay, so yes, you could do this and even do a better job with the modern tools, but there again, could you say it's been done by hand? This has been done by hand, and with fragile tools. Fragile tools, as you can see, the saw and the piece of glass. Now, as I said, the tricky bit here is when you cut this, is to try and spread that. Sorry, you mightn't see that. When you make this cut, and then you have to spread it. Now there's an art in spreading it. Where did I do? Hang on a second. Where is it? Hang on, just bear with me. I think I see. Yes. Now, when you're splitting this, another homemade job. When you're splitting this here, when you want to keep them open, you can put in your wedge like that there and just press it down like that, and the wedge will keep this open for you when you're working on it. And the working on it is getting it pointed to put into the holes, to put into those two holes there. Okay. Now, the problem is, if you put too much pressure on, you'll run the crack down the shaft. Now that's the tricky bit. Now in this case here, now I'm not going to say it happens in every case. You see that wee notches there? See that notch? You see that notch? And there's other notches there. See that notch there? Okay. Now what I've done here is, when I was cutting this, I eyed up the shaft, and I noticed the notch here. So I'm hoping this notch will act as a stopper from the crack running. Now, it's not every shaft you're going to get that there at the right point, but still, I overstretched it a wee bit here by being 2 inches again, and I did put a slight crack in it, but I think I was okay to not run. What else I've done here is I bored a hole in the side of it, bored a hole in there, and in the old time I think they used to put wire around this to keep the split from running, and maybe a piece of tin or something like that and nail it, but I wanted basically to try and have it all wood, and my idea to see if a dowel would stop it from running. So that's why I bored a hole in there, and with one of my teeth dowels here, see that tooth? Then I hammered it in there, and then just, you know, it's in there, so basically then I cut that off. So I'm hoping that that will stop the run from going on down. So there you have it, just a wee update. As I said, give you another look at it here and then I'll go, because I don't want to make the clip too long. Hope to make a better one the next time round, but that's what you're looking at there, and basically that's what has come out of it. It's no way professional and it's not dead straight, but then I don't think if you're making something out of ordinary raw wood out of the hedge, without lining anything up or using measurements, that's what you expect to get. And everything was, it's not measured out. You know, I haven't measured it. I haven't, you know, the wee things you get for doing diameters and stuff. That, none of that. That's all done by hand and by eye. It may not, well, I know it's not 100% for any craftsman or craft person, let that be a man or a woman. Anyone that's good at crafts, they would probably laugh at me at that. So, as I said, I'm just eyeing up the crack there, and I hope it doesn't run any past that notch. But we'll see. But it's a learning process, okay? So I think I showed you how the glass worked, yeah. Just a recap. The glass was for cleaning it down and trying to make the shaft narrow. Okay, that's what that was for. Alright, I think that's enough for now. I've talked long enough, and hopefully I've achieved something for myself anyway. And I will cut it. It's a bit tall. Normally it's I think you cut these to the height of the person who's using them. So I could afford, I'll turn around this way. So I could afford to cut that much off that there if I wanted, but if you're 6 foot tall or 7 foot, the shaft would be dead on. Anyway, it's a pretty substantial shaft yet. So that's that. So let's see how this clip works out. This is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to make a better one as I get along. Chat to you all later, and bye for now. Thank you. Now, let's get this stopped.